my reflections, yeah. Man, the clock is ticking, will it happen for me? I did everything else, but I forgot one thing. Love is a prize, money can't buy. Never really expect much, just a cute face and potential. Sitting here wondering why I never met the nice guy. I realized I got bad, oh bad tasting men. 'Cause I got bad, oh bad taste, amen. Put them all in a lineup, still pick the wrong one. Could be right in my face, but I overlook them every time. 'Cause I got bad, oh bad taste, amen. I thought a taste for independence kept me in the running. A cup of therapy to help me shake insecurities. A piece of reality for my fairy tale ending. I had it all in my dreams. Can't blame no one else but me. Kept them around just to say I had it. Man, the clock is ticking, will it happen for me? I did everything else, but I forgot one.
You are tuned into the Cooley and the Gang Show on Blockworks Radio.
See, told you that worked out quite well, yo. I'm very proud of myself, yo. I hit all the right buttons over here, and I did very well, yo. So I think I owe myself a motherfucking round of applause.
It don't matter. You're gonna fuck it up next week.
What's going on, fellas? We are here. What's up, Linnea? What's up, NJ Rich? Shout yourself out when you come in so we can see you. So we going live on a couple different places today. We live on Instagram for the first time ever in Cooley and the Gang history. So we are going live from the Cooley and the Gang page. So shout out to that. We are also going live on another Instagram page, Facebook page we have, We Govern Ourselves. So I'm trying to keep a look on those comments over here. And then on our regular pages, Cooley and the Gang, Twitch, Blockworks TV, YouTube, our new channel until YouTube bans us again, which is Cooley and the Gang. But we just gonna ride this thing out. We just know we can't say the word that begins with a C and ends with a 9. That's all. You know, can't talk about that. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to all the children. I seen all y'all pictures. I seen all the little kiddies getting ready to go back to school. Had their little book bags and had their little baby perms and all that good stuff. Shout out to the little baby
perm stuff.
Little baby perms. Shout out to all the kids that went back to school for real. If you had a little one that went back, we usually try to do something. We ain't do nothing this year. The professor ain't had no book bag thing. School supplies. I thought we were supposed to do that this year.
I couldn't even get in contact with the people to get the bags. I actually was trying for I don't know if you know Reggie White or not, football coach for Milford. So I actually was trying for them because they have that group called 100 for 100. Okay. And I was trying to get some bags for them, but I couldn't even get in contact with the unit that does that. So yeah, I wasn't able to do it this year. But I may be able to. Actually, I'm going there Friday. So when I go in there Friday, I'm gonna try to see if I can still grab something because it's still children that still don't have. And if I'm not mistaken, Baltimore City didn't go to school yet, didn't start school yet.
Oh, Baltimore City. They started Monday. They started yesterday. And normally I would do one too. I usually do a kickball thing up at Randallstown. I usually get a good little turnout. I did not do it this year because I wasn't on social media. So like normally I put it all out there on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, and I get a great turnout. And normally we take it to some of them elementary schools in the city. But I didn't do it this year. I didn't have it. I guess the people wasn't really banging with it for real. So,
well, we still
go out the way I wanted it.
We might be able to make something happen. Cooley in the Gang. We try to do what we can, all of us. We did make a donation to y'all remember Lynn Delaney. She's been on the show. She's a teacher in Houston, Texas. So she was collecting money for trying to get more books and things for her students. So we sent her something in the name of Cooley and the Gang, and she was very thankful, and she thanked all of us. So shout out to her and all the great work she's doing down there out in Texas. So Dina said they just been closing early because of no AC. Get the hell out of here. Are we still going
All
through
right.
that shit?
That's real,
Yeah.
shorty. That's real.
Damn.
Well, I'm saying the school been shut down for over a year and y'all still ain't fixed the AC?
Man.
Well, I'm not even tripping off of that. Like, what was it? 2 years? Last year before last, they had like $15 million in like fans. Where them fans at?
Didn't we talk about it? We talked about it. That's crazy, man. Same shit, new year. Same shit, new year. But I guess it's all good. So let's jump right into it. There's a lot going on right now. Between the bills and stuff getting passed without you paying attention about, having to get this shot and possibly losing your job. There's a lot going on with that on the low that I hope y'all paying attention. Like Afghanistan, I think that's what they're trying to really blind everybody with, this whole Afghanistan thing. Like that's the smoke and mirrors trick. We always tell you, like, watch out for the smoke and mirrors. Try to, keep your eye on the prize, but the smoke and mirrors is real. Dylan Roof. So y'all see he lost his appeal. He was trying to appeal his death sentence. And if you don't know, Dylan Roof went up into the church. And where was that church? South Carolina. He went into the church in South Carolina and killed 9 of the members. And this was after he was basically just actually a part of the church. And then, like, you bow your head to pray, and this monster, murdered 9 people, including the pastor. So he was appealing.
Was that the white boy that they took to McDonald's afterwards?
Yeah. So he appealed his death sentence, and we've never really talked about the death penalty. Like, how do y'all feel about the death penalty? Are y'all pro death penalty? Is it the easy? Like, how do y'all feel about the death penalty?
Hey, you got to.
And let's look at a case like this, because that's what we basically talking about. Dylan Roof in this case.
You got to go. You got to go. But my thing about it is, if you're going to have it in one state, it should be, all states.
The death penalty,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really have a good answer to that. In this case, yeah, that works in this case. But remember, you always got to remember this. It can't be just one way. We've seen, what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? No, it's probably been a little longer than that. It's probably been about 7 or 8 years ago, where that black guy was on death row, and they were waiting for Obama they were hoping that Obama was going to step in and stop it from happening, and he wound up getting executed anyway. But they didn't have any real evidence to even execute this guy. I can't remember his name. They were standing all around the prison. It happened twice in the past 10 years. It happened twice. But, in a situation like that, you got to ask yourself again, like, did he deserve, should that have happened? And I don't know. Yeah, it works in this case because clear cut and dry. You got to ask, you know exactly what happened. But in some of those cases, man, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think. You should. I mean, you got to have all the evidence that lines up. I mean, you got to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this person is guilty before you actually put something like the death penalty on the table. You can't just base your shit on a little bit of evidence that you had and then a witness statement. You have to be sure.
Damn, I forgot I was on mute. All right, well, I got a video for y'all from
Mayberry. What's up, Gert?
Hey, Mac.
And I apologize, Instagram, if y'all can see all this stuff I'm doing, but that's the haps.
Hey, G.
So, baby.
All right, so let's run this video real quick.
Dylan Roof should not be given the death penalty. I know people are going to say, why would you say such a thing? Dylan Roof is a monster. They're going to say he walked into a church and killed all those saints. He prayed with them. He did Bible study with them. And when their heads were down praising the Lord, he killed them. He is a white supremacist who targeted black people. How could you say he doesn't deserve the death penalty? Well, that's exactly why the death penalty, because this death penalty right now is being used to normalize it. Of course, you take the biggest monster in the world. You take somebody whose guilt is unquestioned. You take somebody who nobody likes in their right mind. You take somebody who did one of the most awful things we've ever seen or heard. And then you give him the death penalty and everybody says, okay, fine. So there are cases where the death penalty works. And then guess what happens? The death penalty is then used not just for the Dylan Roofs of the world, not just for the Boston Marathon bombers. It's far more often going to be used against black and brown people. We cannot fall victim to the game. The death penalty has become increasingly unpopular, but we can't let moments like this become the moment where we pivot back to becoming a nation that kills its citizens. The death penalty, it doesn't work. It doesn't make people more likely.
So, Professor, I think that's kind of on the lines of the road that you were on your way down when you what you were going to say. Am I right or wrong? I think you're on mute, brother.
Yeah, the funny thing is I've never seen that, and we've had this discussion many times about believing things are going to go one way, and then we found that they don't go that way. It works in our benefit in the beginning, or to the way that we think that they should go in the beginning. We see it with the cancel culture. We saw it with the cancel culture, but then in the end, we start being a part of that cancel culture that we were promoting so much. So the same thing with this. If you have a scenario like this and you have a person that is obviously guilty of the crimes that they're talking about, and you use this as a catapult to push the penalty, then what's going to happen later on when you have people that are, teetering the line of guilty, not guilty? We don't have enough evidence to let them go, but we have enough to convict them type of scenario. And they wind up dying. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion above this. I like what NJ Rich just said. I didn't see the whole thing, but I just saw a piece of it. I don't believe anybody has the right to take somebody's life. I don't. And these types of scenarios, yeah, it's a messed up, it's a fucked up, really fucked up thing. But we got to try to find another way. I'm not talking about rehabilitation. I'm not talking about letting them back out. I mean, there has to be something else that makes a little more sense for the masses, because you're going to have people that are black and brown are going to see the short end of the stick of this. Definitely going to happen.
Anybody else? Oh, heard that. Somebody got the serious echo. Anybody else want to chime in? I guess not. Death penalty. What about you? Light skin.
Terrible.
I don't have an opinion
about the death penalty.
Yeah, because it's all good to your family member sitting up there and more.
But I think it's still an easy way. Like if
I do think it's,
I think it's letting somebody off easy. Like it's just like that was always been my outlook on it. Like, damn, well, I mean, death got to be easy because life is hard.
Well, not when you're in jail getting everything you need all day long. You just can't be outside playing free. But you in there living a life. You in a house. You got a husband.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep. It's time to move on. Next. Yes. Go ahead.
A husband.
Yeah. All that. Okay. Did y'all see for that quick 1 second? OnlyFans was done.
Yeah, I saw that.
So OnlyFans.
Y'all would.
Yeah.
Only for a quick second though.
Yeah. So
y'all would know.
OnlyFans was I can't even find my little picture. OnlyFans was on this way to shut down because of trying to open up my junk. So it came out and the Variety had it up. It said OnlyFans will ban pornography starting in October. So all the models all the models got a little nervous because if that's where your check coming from.
What's pornography classified as?
Titties. I mean,
shut up.
Ain't that pornography? I mean naked asking. Nudity. Well, it's nudity.
Nudity is not pornography. Those are different things.
That's what I'm asking. Like, is it nudity?
Right. Nudity is let you
ask, like what exactly?
That's a freaky peep. nudity is just a little peeky peek. Pornography to me is an actual action where I'm seeing penetration. Somebody's,
Me too. So that's why I needed the explanation. Because I didn't know they was getting it in on OnlyFans like that. I just thought they were showing a little titty, little ass, little thigh. I didn't know
So pornography is the depiction of erotic behavior, as in pictures or writing, intended to cause sexual excitement. So anything, so who defines what excites somebody sexually? Because people get off over feet. Like people like feet. Like, so if somebody could have had an OnlyFans with just their toes up, and
I heard about that though.
They do have people that do have stuff.
They have that shit. I heard about it.
Yeah, so
and guys will be sitting there paying for a woman's feet, paying a nice little for some feet.
They should get the death penalty for that alone.
I hate feet so bad.
Yeah, I do not like feet. Feet is not sexy. There's nothing sexy about a foot.
Yeah, but there's men out there that'll pay for a big toe. I'm trying to pay for the big toe.
Hey, look, I was having a conversation with somebody who's at a club, and I said, yo, did you see Shorty? She's bad as shit, fat as a motherfucker. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I seen her. He was like, yo, I saw her feet. I said, what the fuck are you talking about, yo? What are you talking about, yo? I said, yo, I don't even know what kind of shoes she had on, or any at all. She might have been head barefoot. I couldn't even tell you.
You done lost your damn mind.
So she could have walked in there with Flintstones. You ain't care as long as Shorty had an ass.
She might have had on those bear claw feet that people be walking around with in the winter.
That's like my man in Boomerang, Marcus. Yo, Marcus,
you ain't fucking her feet.
Yeah, Marcus had to check you out. Everything had to be perfect. Are y'all that anal dating these days? Like, what is the most? Professor, I'm gonna start with you because I know you are anal, mom. What is the most? What is on your top thing? Like, what are you mostly anal about when it comes to dating a woman? Like, what is the one thing? Like, everything else could be just on point, but this one thing every time she could be sitting on $1 million and actually writing you a check.
Mm-hmm.
But this one thing is like, fuck that, I can't do it.
If her breath stink.
Yo.
Yeah. It was a girl that looked
like that.
It was a girl that looked really good, and there was chitter chatter about her breath stinking, right? So when I met her, I intentionally started breathing through my mouth because I didn't want to smell it. I said, yo, if her breath stink, this shit is over, yo. I can't talk to her no more or anything. So I just started breathing through my mouth. I said, yo, I just hope one day when I breathe in through my nose, I don't smell shit. But you already know. Like I mean, it's not an intentional thing. It really isn't. But I mean, there's a lot of shit that bother me.
Yeah, I hope he don't get mad. But I've had so many conversations with this brother, and he'd be like, "Yeah, she a winner." And then I talked to him a couple weeks later. I'm like, "So what's up with such and such?" He's like, "Man, she said some stupid shit." And I'm like, "What the fuck she say?" She's like, "What'd she say?" He's like, "Man, we in here having a conversation. And she talking about, is Jello really a mold or is it a mold?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And she just said some stupid shit, and I just after that, I just was like, I can't do the shit. And I was like, God, damn, bro, you're hard, yo. The professor is hard on him now. He's hard, yo. He's a tough one. Now, what about you, Mayberry? What's your pet peeve?
Mayberry.
How many you got?
Mayberry.
Is it that many?
We in September, but I'm telling you, we're not going in 2022.
It's not September yet.
We in September.
Oh yeah, September. Yeah, we are in September.
So I'm giving you some months to get ready. We're not going in 2022 like this, okay?
I love you, Shannon.
I love you too, boo. But
what is your pet peeve?
I can't be the only one talking shit all the time.
All right. Let's see. I don't like no hot ass breath either. I don't like no hot ass breath. What else don't I like?
Like why is that y'all first? Like, all right, all you gotta do is give somebody a mint or just suggest.
No. I didn't come.
20 minutes, your breath won't be stinking again.
Wait a minute.
Well, then that's
a
handicap. Like, so y'all are just handicapped.
Mike.
Some other issues behind all that shit. It's just not like a piece of gum ain't gonna help it. You need to get the motherfucker.
Let me tell you something. if your breath smelling like ass after you done brush, that I can't help you with that.
Okay,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Give y'all that. I
didn't experience it, and I didn't, Lord God. So no.
She had a flashback.
No, because if your mouth yucky, you ain't about to do other things with that mouth. I don't want to know what that mouth do. I just want you to know what the brush and the Listerine need to do.
Linnea said the gum will fight the mouth.
Amen. Listerine, handle that. So yeah. Do I have anything else? I don't know. I guess it would go with the whole mouth thing. Like if you can't kiss, it's a waste of my time. I don't know.
Poor tip. I can see how that could be. Y'all know I'm back on my Married at First Sight tip. I love social experiments. So. Oh,
so I watched that.
You watched the most recent season?
So I've been binging. Okay. I'm up on 9 now. I'm up on 9.
Oh, you way past me.
Yeah, so I've been binge watching. But yeah, there's certain things, some stuff I just, Shannon, I think I gave enough for today.
I'm good. Thanks, Boo.
Big G, what's that one thing that you just like, nope, can't do it.
She got flat titties.
Can't do it, won't do it.
Titties.
A-cup
we
titties.
Ain't got no titties.
Yep. A-cup titties. I can't do it.
That's about it.
She is. Just
she gotta be a little deeper in the alphabet, huh?
Yeah. If she ain't got no titties, I can't fuck with it.
What's the smallest?
A C.
Dag, you wouldn't even mess with a B?
It would have to be like a B plus. It's gotta be like right there.
Into the Cooley and the Gang Show on Blockworks Radio.
Wait a minute, is this a test? She got a report card?
It's gotta be like a B plus though. I mean, like A cups I can't entertain. A B I might look at and be like, okay, but nah.
What if the back make up for the front?
I don't really care.
Y'all had them boobies.
We like them titties.
Because what if she got little titties, then she probably got like a big areola.
What if she got a triple G but shaped but the back is like a cell phone?
I'm good with that. I'm all right with that.
I'm good with that.
I'm all right with that.
You good with a letter P. They call that the letter P.
Right. Or a wiffle ball back.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Damn. Y'all hard. Mac, what was one of your big pet peeves?
Feet.
Choice, as soon as you put your feet near me, I'm done.
Yeah. Even if you
stop sleeping in the bed, right? You sleeping in the bed and you just happen to
hand.
He closes on you. Then
socks.
What?
Socks. You need socks on.
You sleep with socks on.
I don't sleep with socks. You really need socks on.
Dang.
I'm good with that.
Wait a minute. If you didn't just got all up in your girl, right? And y'all just go to sleep. Y'all got to put socks on before y'all can go to sleep?
I mean, if this is some regular old random chick, but my wife now, I didn't got comfortable with her. So,
you can have her feet out. But if it's just a piece you smashing, she better have on some socks.
Better have on some socks. Even I ain't even feet. Even if your shoes just busted, I'm done with it. It's like if your shoes busted,
I can see that coming.
You can see that from the back.
Yeah, if your shoes busted, that means your feet busted. I ain't got time for it.
All right, well, you heard it from the Cooley and the Gang crew. Those are the pet peeves.
Did you speak to yours?
Huh?
Did you speak to yours?
No, I didn't.
Did you see the man comment?
The little hand?
Like Hanson.
Linnea said she can't do it.
There's just certain things I just can't speak of on this show, so I'm just not going to say nothing. That's why I'm quiet.
I mean, depending on who you ask in my crew, I was the wounded dead guy, so maybe I don't have any pet peeves. I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of one right on top of my head. It just may have had to have been something that happened. I'll just be like, I don't like being annoyed. Like if I hang up, don't call me right back before I get to call you back. Like that used to drive me crazy. Like give me a minute to want to talk to you.
Don't even give me a minute.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a Gemini, so I want to be bothered when I want to be bothered, and when I don't want to be bothered, don't fucking bother me. Leave me alone. So
I didn't know that was a Gemini thing.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I'm gonna tell you another one.
Oh,
off the top of my head. If you got hard feet at the bottom, please don't rub your feet up on my leg.
Scratching up your leg and stuff.
Cutting up
Something about that shit just send like a chill up my spine, y'all. I be want to say, y'all, it just instantly angered me, yo, for some reason.
Right, and they be sitting there rubbing their feet together, sound like you crunching a potato chip bag.
No, it sound like sandpaper.
Damn.
But man, it's not fair. There's a lot of more folks missing them teeth in the back.
Wouldn't they say someone that's missing the first teeth or missing the tooth towards the rear of the mouth? Oh, Linnea is tough, though.
There's a lot of folks missing them back teeth back there. A lot of folks.
Well, y'all feel free. We were discussing what are your pet peeves when dating. What is that one thing that no matter how good she looks, this one thing will just turn you all the way off and you can't do it. So feel free to keep throwing your comments in the comment box and let us know what those are. You're tuned into the Cooley and the Gang show live every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got Mac is in the building. Big G is here finally. Mayberry is here. The Professor, aka Main Man, is here. Glam Shannon and myself, Mike Cooley. We are in the building. So let's move on because I know G wanted to see this video. So Nick Cannon was on the Breakfast Club, and they were discussing a lot of things, even down to his rapping career. I don't care what Nick says. Nick is
what rapping career?
Yeah, that's what I say. I really do like Nick Cannon. I like his drive. I like what he's done as far as business. I love all of it, but I've never purchased a Nick Cannon album. But this is what he was talking about when Nick's having a lot of babies right now, so he spoke on that.
I don't think a lot is the word.
Kids, though, I guess people question the different baby mothers. That's what.
But why do people question that? I mean, because that's a Eurocentric concept when you think about the ideas of you're supposed to have this one person for the rest of your life, and really that's just a classified property when you think about it. I mean, when you go into that mindset, if we really talking that talk, just the idea that a man should have one woman, we shouldn't have anything. I have no ownership over this person. If we're really talking about how we coexist and how we populate, it's about what exchange can we create together. So I've never really subscribed to that mentality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I understand the institution of marriage and stuff, but if we go back to what that was about, that was the classified property. That was because a father gave another man his daughter for land. So when you really get to that concept, it's all right, well, we got to change all of this up because I don't want ownership over anybody. I don't have ownership of any of the mothers or...
So that was Nick Cannon speaking on, his views on the Eurocentric idea of family and, why he's approaching things the way that he does. So, how do y'all feel about it? Do you agree, disagree with Nick? Does he have a valid point? Or is he just making an excuse just to go bust one and keep it moving?
All right. So I was going to go with, if it had been anybody else that had said that to me, I would have been with it. Kevin Samuels could have said that shit to me, and I'd have been with it. Nick Cannon, I can't take seriously. He was married to Mariah Carey. They did the wife thing, and they had kids, and they dressed up as the Incredibles for Halloween and shit. And he was basically a kept man. I feel like now that he has a bunch of kids, he's out here just having babies. He's just trying to find an excuse. I mean, if I drop 3 more kids, I can say the same goddamn thing. But he was married, and I feel like he's just making an excuse for having a bunch of babies. Mm-hmm. I would have rather him just say, I just like to fuck. And then I'd have been like, oh, all right, that's what's up.
I agree.
I mean, I think he made some good points.
Yeah, he made some good points. But his whole idea was trying to, like G said, justify him fucking around and having all these babies. But I mean, some of the stuff he was saying does make sense.
So NJ Rich says Nick Cannon hasn't studied all the African cultures because there are African cultures that believed in having one wife.
But he doesn't even have a wife. He's just fucking and planting seeds.
Yeah, after that Mariah Carey thing, I think he was lost.
Maybe she turned him off from the idea of marriage. Maybe he did. He was like, I did it. And it's just, I don't believe it. It's just,
Marriage isn't for everybody. I mean, we've had Raya come on here and speak to all of that. You know, you have to define your relationship. The problem is in today's time, things have evolved. It's not the way that when our parents have grown up and what they were exposed to. So things are a little bit different. So it requires your mind to be more open because you got to decide what works for your marriage. Like you and Shannon, y'all have a successful marriage, but your marriage cannot be measured to Mac and his wife. Everybody does things. I can't. Everybody does things differently in their marriage or in their relationship. So if everybody at the end of the day gets to the same goal of happiness, peace, or whatever gets you to that goal and it works for you, your marriage, your relationship, then lean with it and rock with it. I don't feel like anybody has the right to decide what is good for them in their relationship and how they choose to move. You just don't have to do it. But if that's what their sexual desires are, and that's the way that they want to move in their marriage, if they want to have multiple people, if they want to add a dude in, a female, that's their choice. I just don't feel like I have the position to judge what anybody else does in their marriage. If it works for them, let them do it. That's it.
That part. And as who was it, Lanier? One of them said he got the money. Like he got the money. He taking care of his kids. And at the end of the day, if y'all want to be mad, do we be mad at him?
You mute the professor before he starts speaking, please.
Just gonna get it. He next. You next. But do we be mad at him or do we be mad at the women who already knows that he keeps making babies with all these other women and allow?
They don't care. They try and get that. They try and secure that bag. Nick Cannon has stuff from being an executive producer behind the scenes that a lot of people don't even know what Nick Cannon does. So he's not sitting on his little whack ass rap records. He ain't on that. He got real type shit that he's doing. So a lot of these girls is looking at it as an opportunity, as a ladder to come up. They're not looking at it as, hey, he gonna wife me later. This is going to be longevity besides, hey, busting me, give me a kid, and then let me get that coin. That's it. They're not thinking about anything else.
Professor.
So I think there's one piece that we're skipping over. What happened to being a father? What happened to raising children? See, like this just goes to show you that people really, really think that the mom is important and dad is if he's dad, cool. If he's not, then that's cool too. But the dad is just important. Raising your children as a father is just as important as a mother raising the child, being a mother. And the fact that he's fathering all of these children, but not actually being a parent to these children, because it's impossible. If you got that many children, that it is impossible for you to really be a part of all these different households at the same time. And if you're doing that, that means that there's going to be children that are going to get a piece of you. They're not going to get what they need to be successful young men and young women as far as him being a parent is concerned. Now, could they wind up still being successful? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it happens. People hit the lottery all the time. But
that's Nick Cannon's kids. That ain't Ray around the corner kids.
I'm like, I feel like he could still be a father. No, he can't be a full-time dad.
Full-time.
But he could still be a father and father his children. But
is he?
I don't know.
Of course he's not. Of course he's not going to be. I mean, think about it. If you got 10 different households, it is impossible. How are you going to do it? There's not that much time in the day.
I'll be at my house. Bring them bastards here.
Not bring them bastards. I wonder if Mariah say, hey, bring all them kids over here for Christmas.
She crazy.
I believe she
looks special.
So NJ Rich says, here's what I know about African cultures. Family and community is at the heart of most decisions and movements. So I think, how many is he up to now?
Good gosh.
He has 2 sets of twins, right?
What's up, little cuz? Yeah, he had the twins with Mariah, didn't he?
Mariah has a set of twins. He just had a set of twins. And I feel like there might be 2 other randoms. So maybe 6 to 7 kids?
That's extra good.
I feel like it's more than that. I thought it was like 8 or 9.
Damn.
7.
Now, how the hell did I get in here?
It's 7.
7 kids.
It's 7?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I said, that's what I said, like 6 or 7 kids. I figured.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, okay, yeah, everybody got. Thank y'all. Y'all be quick on it. We appreciate y'all. While y'all throwing them sevens out in the comments, hit that share button real quick. Sharing is free. Hit that share button. Tell a friend about the Cooley and the Gang show. And while you sharing, hit that heart. Hit that heart button, and if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You know, hit all the buttons you can so you can stay locked in with the gang.
Locked and loaded, baby.
For sure. So Nick Cannon. So I guess for the most part, you all feel like he's his. Well, G said coming from someone else, he would appreciate. Why Nick Cannon got to get such a hard deal, yo? Like the brother, smart.
Everybody looks at Nick Cannon like a clown.
But he's a smart brother, like educated, smart brother, making the right move.
Everybody try to clown Nick Cannon.
I'm not trying to clown him or discredit him. I'm just saying, being coming from where he came from, he was married, he experienced what it was, and now you just out here just having like random fucking kids. Maybe what you call them, popcorn kids.
Yeah.
So it's just kids. And like Rudy said, you can't be a father to all these kids. Like you a dad, like what if one set of twins is playing basketball and the other set of twins got a football game? You can't go to both of those.
Mm-hmm.
One kid is in California and the other kid is in fucking New York. Like you can't do both. So it just seems to be a bit much. And like I said, I'm not saying Nick Cannon ain't a good dude or whatever. I feel like he's kind of bullshit. He is a little bullshit in my eyes. When Nipsey Hussle died, he was supposed to be doing this whole Dr. Sebi shit. I ain't heard nothing else about that. He wants to be a rapper. He came back and he said some shit that got, what was it? He had said some anti-Semitic something, and they canceled him. And then he came back and he apologized. And then something about some Jews, and he went back and he apologized. And it's Nick Cannon. Like, pick one fucking battle and stick with it. That's why I can't go off of him. yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's it for me.
Understood, man. Well, is everybody? Mayberry, I left my gavel in the kitchen. Is everybody ready to move on from that one on to the next one?
Okay, with the gavel. What you gonna start banging that court as adjourned?
And I can't even do my clapper.
No, fuck that clapper thing.
First and foremost, I didn't know that you were gonna finish it with a clapper. You said so I can't do my clap. I'm like, oh,
no, what type of show is this now? This is a weird.
I was about to say, Mike, put the song on.
Man, titties.
Oh, we're having fun. So you're tuned into the Cooley and the Gang show live every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I saw this. The professor shared this with me. Well, before we move on to this, does any of you all have something on your mind that happened this week that you wanted to speak about?
Speak now,
because y'all been sending me a lot of videos this week, and I tried to get as many of them as I can.
Are you talking about the COVID thing today?
No.
Are you talking about anything about COVID? Yes or no?
I do have a video that I want to play.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
How about we just not use the word COVID?
Don't play it.
That we done said 10 times already?
Right. Like, let's not use the COVID word.
Well, just call it the 19.
The 19. Yeah,
all right, that 19.
Can't talk about the 19. I did see a video, but it was something but we already spoke about how people are getting fired and losing their jobs for like not getting down with the program. Like,
and we got an email.
Like, get down or lay down.
Mac, you saw that email? It was they want us to do a survey because they want to know who has taken the vaccination. So they're trying to survey how many people have, how many people haven't, if you are or if you won't.
And you know what they're gonna do?
So they can kind of gauge.
They're gonna use the majority. They're gonna use the majority against the minority.
Yeah, and there's something about regular testing. I guess if you haven't taken it or are not going to take it, then.
But people can lie on that. That's what I don't understand. Exactly. There's no way to govern it. So if I go in there and I say whatever my answer is, how do we know for sure that my answer is true? And they're going to base the decision off of those metrics that are not. Nobody can validate that information. So to me, it's just I'm gonna be quiet with the 19.
So look,
Jiggy Piff in the building. What's up, Jig?
So I mean, I know you're not going to play the video, but there's like an 8-minute video that I came across. Somebody said,
"Oh, that's the one I sent you a message saying I don't know." Is that the one I messaged you back and I was like, "I don't know where to edit this to make it for the show."
Right.
Okay.
So,
I can play the first 2 minutes of it. Don't tempt me with it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Go ahead, Professor.
So the lady made a great point. The point that she made was the shot that you take for the flu doesn't prevent the flu, right? She said generally with vaccinations, they don't cure it. They just lessen the symptoms or the effects of it. Mm-hmm. So she brought up the flu. She said that the vaccination doesn't cure it; it just lessens the symptoms. She said something about the cold, and then she brought up some other viruses. Then she brought up the 19, right? And she said the vaccination for that just lessens the symptoms. It just keeps it from getting into your lungs and infecting your lungs. It does not prevent you from getting it. Right. So when she said that, she said, so there's no reason why they should be able to mandate something that is not preventative. It is only to lessen your symptoms. It does not stop you from getting it, right? So when I heard that, I was saying to myself, well, damn, it doesn't stop you from getting it. So why are we having a conversation about making it mandatory for everybody to take the vaccination when all it does is protect you as far as the symptoms are concerned? If I'm not concerned about the symptoms, then why? If I'm not concerned about what it's going to do to me, then why are you so invested in me getting it? Then she went on to say that like 75% of people that have PhDs are hesitant about getting the vaccination. She said another like 85% of the population that have high school diplomas are hesitant about the vaccination. And she said the people under that are like the 35% are actually getting vaccinated, despite the fact that history. She brought up the history about the Tuskegee experiment. And they said, she was like, it wasn't that long ago, so we don't need to act like, she said it was like in the 70s, I think it was. But she said, let's stop acting like the government hasn't done things to people of color, because they have. So when I heard all of that, I was saying to myself, again, here's another check in the box. Like, personally, I can't do it. And like I told you, Mike, my thing about the whole vaccination thing is I think that everybody should be able to make their own choice. I don't care if you do it or you don't do it. Yeah. I should be able to say whether I want to or not. Yeah. And they're kind of taking your choice away from you, or trying to take their choice away from you in this. And it's not going to play out just one way. Again, here we go, another scenario. If this is allowed to happen across the board, this is just the start of many things that are going to happen in this lifetime, where your choice is you're not even going to have a choice anymore. Oh, yeah. It's just going to be like, this is how it's going to be. That's it.
Yeah. Jake said, he said the swine flu was worse and we survived without a vaccine.
Yeah.
But the thing is when you look at it, a lot of people are looking at it from when you have a child, there's a series of shots that a child has to go through
for school.
And it's like not even but with school, because when your child isn't even in school, like after you have your baby, what is it, like 6 months or something, or 3 months, there's certain shots that your child has to get. And then you have a booklet that child has for their immunizations. So people are looking at it from that perspective and saying, well, what's different today? It's no difference, because we flood our children with everything that they had back then and prepare them for them to even go to school. Your child couldn't even go to school without showing some proof and verification that they have been vaccinated, or they have gotten a chickenpox shot or whatever else in order for them to go to the school. So people are saying, so what's the difference? Is there a difference? And I'm only throwing this out there because it can't seem one-sided.
Right.
1, 2, that we'll get kicked off the air if it's seeming like everybody's saying don't go out. So you have to look at it from that perspective too. I mean, there's a lot of variables on why people are choosing to, and then why people are choosing not to.
Well, in full disclosure, I did finish dose 2 of my vaccination. You thought I was going to say
go ahead. I'm proud of you, Mike.
I did finish step 2. My reaction wasn't as bad as the first one, But Shannon wasn't really here when I got the first shot. She was here, but she was on her way to Vegas.
Put her out there like that, like she wasn't present.
Because she was on her way to Vegas. Like
I was here. I wasn't home. When I came home in the middle of the day, he was still fucking
but you were getting ready and you had to leave the very next day. So this was the first time you really saw me, like, and she was like, I don't even want to look at you. Like, she just like, I can't even explain.
I started to think like, and now I'm like, well, he don't take medicine like that, but I'm like, I don't think he personally just does well with stuff like that, period. Because I'm like, not too many people had reactions both times. It was either the first time or the second time. He had a reaction in some form of some way to both. Like Saturday, was it Saturday? Yeah,
Saturday.
He just slept. I was like, yo, can we go walk to the mailboxes or something? Like, I need you to get up and move. Like, and he's like, I just don't want to go fall back to sleep.
I'm sitting on the deck. I was doing everything.
I think the difference with what you were stating, Mayberry, is that I think for a lot of people, when they start to question the vaccination and those that we took when we were younger, the children take, is that those did not seem like they came overnight. So it's like, okay, yes, they took vaccines when we were younger. We all did, but those were, from what I understand, ones that came about over time, not in a 24-hour period. All of a sudden we have this new vaccine and you are making it mandated. So I think that's the biggest difference for people. It's like, okay, at least those were tested for a long period of time. I had somebody tell me who works, I think she actually, if I'm not mistaken, I could be lying, but actually kind of worked with the vaccine. And what she said to me, she was like, what people fail to realize is that this is not something that she told me. She said it didn't come out overnight, is what she claimed. She said, because once again, what we all found out is that the coronavirus or whatever.
19.
Whatever the fuck.
With the 19.
No, it's not new because, as we said, we all discovered it was already on the Lysol bottle.
Yes, it was.
Already. So it's not a new virus. It's just a newer strand.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that she was saying, like, we've been testing strands of this in the back for a long time. It's just that now that the strand came out and made it so much more seriously, that now we had to kind of bring it to the forefront, which makes it seem to the masses that it's something that we just discovered. And I was like,
well, y'all know, I don't know if y'all saw this, but Busta Rhymes took a lot of heat over, he went on stage and had a nice little rant about, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Busta!
In the last 15 months, COVID could suck a... All these little weird government policies and mandates suck a... Stop trying to take our civil liberties away. Feels good to be back outside. We outside for real. It's called the God-given right of freedom, right? No human being is supposed to tell you can't even breathe freely. Fuck your mask. I'm saying. Some of y'all might feel differently.
That was the part that people at that point.
So the rant went on like it went on. It was about good 2-3 minutes, and it was
Yeah, boss. Talk that shit, boss.
Y'all talk that shit, Bus.
Those were the words and opinions of Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes only, please, YouTube. I can't think of no more names for another channel. Lord have mercy.
Busta Rhymes starting to look like Tracy Morgan.
I can see it. Yo. I can see it.
Yeah, so he went on that rant and took a lot like Pierre the comedian, of course DL Hughley. Everybody of course jumped on Busta Rhymes. Was that irresponsible of him as an entertainer?
Absolutely.
I think for me where he went left, and sometimes I don't feel like the masks work 100%, but whatever. They say wear your mask, is like everything before that. I was like, okay, y'all, Yup. But then it's like he's telling people not to wear their mask. And I don't know if it really protects or not, but if that small little entity is helping to not spread as much as I hate it, don't tell people not to do it.
But to me, it didn't sound like he was trying to tell anybody to do anything.
He was saying fuck the. He said as he went on,
Yeah,
he was talking about having to wear that mask. Like fuck wearing that mask.
Oh, okay, it's more
outside, we got the right to be out here and
the professor
out the mask.
Now, before the professor go, now let me tell you what the other end. So Pierre's argument was the comedian Pierre. Y'all remember Pierre, light skin, from what was it? How to Be a Player or one of those?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, funny guy. Hopefully he'll come on the show. His argument was he had COVID and he had it bad. He said he didn't like the don't tell people not to wear their mask part. He was like, look at it like this. If you go to the hospital and get an operation, are you telling the doctor to take the mask off while they doing whatever they doing? So if you're not going to tell a doctor and anybody else to take the mask off when you're getting something or going through things like that, then why tell somebody to take their mask off on this end right here?
I'm just going. Okay.
Man, you got anything?
You raised your hand.
So all right. So it's okay for rappers and entertainers to tell people to shoot people and kill people, right? And fuck that bitch and all that shit. They ain't talking about no condoms and none of that other bullshit. But they can't tell people to not wear their masks. I don't get it. See, again, here we are with another scenario where I can understand what NJ Rich is saying about entertainers have to be careful what they say on their platform, but at the same time, isn't that the purpose of you being a parent? Isn't that where you're supposed to direct your children? If you believe that they're supposed to wear a mask, and Busta Rhymes said don't wear one, and they're that influential at that age, shouldn't you be the one to redirect them? That's not the entertainer's job. The entertainer's job.
I think you're doing too much. You're going too far. You're digging too deep. It ain't that. I don't think it's that serious. We're not talking about on a parental thing. I mean, it's grown people that's not going to wear a mask because Busta said don't wear a mask. I feel like if the world is saying, hey, you're not going to get vaccinated, you don't want to get vaccinated, just put your mask on, then just put your fucking mask on. Like, what is it that you got to say fuck the mask? I'm quick to say fuck the mask. I can't breathe. Fuck the mask. But you know what's crazy? In 2 minutes, I'm about to put this fucking mask on. I'm about to go in here and I'm going to fucking do Home Depot for the next 3 hours. So, I mean, if you feel some kind of way about the mask, then yeah, don't wear your mask. But when the masses is telling people just to wear your fucking mask, the bare minimum is to wear the mask. What the fuck is the problem? Why would you tell somebody not to wear the mask?
I can tell you
because you don't like the mask. That's fine. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. Don't push your shit on me. I got that. But to say the parents and influential, fuck no. It's grown people. I can go ahead and take a picture of 100 motherfuckers in here that ain't gonna have their mask on. Most of them are probably Caucasus Mountain motherfuckers, but I mean, wear your mask. That's the and even from New York, they had the most fucking deaths, and I think Oregon might be up there now, where Oregon got like 750 motherfuckers that's died, and they got freezers coming in. But you're coming from New York, where your shit is already fucked up. Your shit's been fucked up from the beginning. At least you could do is let's say fuck the mask out at home. Well, fuck it. Put your fucking shit on out in the public. You coming from a state where you gotta show proof of being vaccinated to eat? Nigga, put that fucking mask on. Fuck you, Busta Rhymes.
And see, my thing about that though is like censorship. You know what I mean? We have freedom of speech to express our own opinion. You know what I mean? So, like, why do entertainers have to watch what the fuck they say? I understand that. Like, I just don't like the fact that if somebody says something that we don't like, we can fuck your money up. You know what I mean?
Look at him. Look at this. I can't with G. I can't look at that. Put the mask on, G. Look,
people wear the mask only because they're trying to make everybody else feel comfortable, not because they believe it's going to work. That's number one.
I'm good with that. Make me feel good. Make me feel comfortable.
But the number two, the other thing to that is this. They have already shown you that the mask is not going to prevent it. How many times, just think about it. Just think about it for 1 second. How many times do you adjust your mask up and down your face in a day? How many times do you touch your face in a day?
900 times. 900.
And if you do it and you're rubbing your eyes, you've just put whatever you've touched in your face.
Absolutely.
So what does the mask have to do with it?
How many times have you pet your dog and scratched Carlos and then went and got something to eat and forgot to wash your hands?
100 times.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. Carlos has scratched his nuts. He done licked his fucking face. He done did all kind of shit. And you forget. Oh, I got you. It's a whole lot of shit that happens that we forget to do in your mind. Like, yeah, I probably done touched my hands. I done rubbed my eyes. I done scratched my balls. Yeah, I got that. But at the same time, a little bit goes a long way. What's wrong with just being just a little bit? I dig it. You might dig in your nose, scratch your ass, and rub your beard. Later on, you realize like that my beard stink. That's because that's got ball sweat. You done scratched your beard with the same hand you scratched your balls with. Now you wondering why your hair long on the other side. It's ball sweat. Put more ball sweat on your fucking beard.
I love
y'all. I gotta go.
Man. I love you.
Hey, look, real fast before I go. When we was talking about B cup titties, have you ever had a girl with some big ass titties and you hit it from the back and the titties go up like that? and when she on top of you and the titties do like that right across your face, you can't do that with a butt.
Where's the music? Where's the music with the? That's with the hanging titties.
And when you wake up in the morning and her titties is laying on the side of the mattress like that,
I don't even know how we got here. I don't even know how we got here.
Under the arm, G. They roll over. They under the arm.
Yes.
I don't know how we got here.
When she put a wife beater on and the little titty meat hang out on the side over there, you can't do that with A's and B's, baby.
You want them titties that look like goofy ears.
Hey, whatever. She can tie them bitches in a bow and throw them over her shoulder. I'm good with it. Adios. Love y'all. Be safe.
All right, G. So shout out to my cousin Kia. Shout out to my cousin Kia and Todd. They just did the big celebration. 20 years, I believe it was, marriage. So shout them out one time. Kia says it's about the platform and the influence they have. It's society. It's socially irresponsible. I'm sorry. Socially irresponsible.
That's what I'm saying. Like comedians. Comedians ain't not put out here to be responsible. They out here to say what the fuck is on their mind. You know what I mean? It's cool. Like Professor was saying, it's cool for me to make a song that say fuck bitches, shoot the world up, this, that, and the other. But when I start talking on some shit like that, now I gotta watch what I say.
Professor made a great point with how unprotected sex is promoted. And that's a transmission of a disease right there. We've been battling HIV and AIDS for how long?
Mm-hmm.
But and it's okay. But if somebody say take your mask off, you're committing a crime.
It's gonna be soon. We ain't gonna be able to say shit. We're gonna have to raise our hands.
Everybody extra sensitive, and then they feelings. You can't say nothing. Comedians can't crack jokes because everything is bullying. Everybody getting bullied. And
now you're gonna start having to raise your hand and ask people, is this proper to say before I say it?
Like, what happened to constructive criticism? What happened to I don't have to like you?
Exactly.
I don't have to like you.
Brother Ike is here. Welcome back, brother. It's time for some financial jewels. So y'all feel free to keep the comments going in the chats, all the chats, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, IG Live. Ike, we on IG Live tonight, buddy.
Oh, damn. Who paid the bill?
No.
Oh, that shit free.
No, time out.
Why he put us in the hood real quick? Who paid the bill?
They let y'all on that too? Oh, shit. That's coming up. You change your name on YouTube.
Until they put us off. We're going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off.
Hey, I ain't mad at that. You got to put it wherever it can get seen at, for real.
And we got 2 questions for you tonight too, off the bat. So I don't know what you had already to get into, but I definitely got 2 questions for you.
All right, well, I'll jump right into mine. It really ain't financial jewel. Some of y'all gonna probably look at me like I'm goddamn crazy because y'all just spent all y'all money in Target. You just spent all your money on school shopping and everything, buying them y'all beautiful babies, all the school supplies and everything that they need and everything. But I'm gonna jump ahead to December 25th, everybody's favorite day, Christmas. And the reason why I'm jumping ahead to that is not about it's about planning, but it's also something to keep in mind that's happening. Y'all were just talking about it with COVID. Supply and demand for the things that y'all want to get y'all baby is going to go up by the time Christmas time come, mainly because the cost of goods and shipping is going through the roof. If you don't believe me, go try ship something to your house right now and look at the prices for like just a 3-day charge or whatever. Now, the reason why I'm saying you probably want to do everything, start your shopping now or think about it now, is stupid things or things that we don't even think about are going up. Microchips. I say this because I've looked at some investments and also looked at a lot of computer production places. They are running low on computer chips. China, Thailand, all those places and everything like that. And then it's going to be harder for them to make those computer chips, which what is all of y'all babies want for Christmas probably? A goddamn Xbox or a goddamn
PS5.
PlayStation.
Boy,
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass kid. I'm telling you now, I know I be trying to do right, but I'm telling you, if I see an email right now when pop up, I'm leaving this show and I'm going to get my PS5.
Listen, man. So I'm saying that now is because if you experienced anything last Christmas with trying to get your hands on any type of goods or services, it was really expensive. You know what I mean? And it's hard to come up on that stuff. And it's not even just that. It's clothes, simple things that your kids will need, mainly because the factories, like in Vietnam, Malaysia, all those places that do a lot of this mass production are shutting down because they can't pay these people. So what's going to happen is you're going to want to go ahead, you're going to be paying 20% more on your Christmas items, which is going to do a couple things because I know a lot of y'all wondering like, all right, Ike, where you going at with this? It's going to cause y'all to spend unnecessary goddamn money, plain and simple. You're going to probably say about, hey, I can probably take out a loan. Oh, I might not pay my rent for December. Hey, I might short this bill. I might short that, or I need to come up with this, or I need to get a part-time job. And it's like my sis said, you got nine paychecks, nine paychecks, dog, before Christmas is here.
You know what I hate what they do? When they say, "Hey, let me take my landlord to escrow court right around Christmas." I hate that.
Don't get me going on that. I'm actually helping a client with that, telling me it's a program for people that if you are 12 months late on your rent, that they can help you. I said 12 months. They should have been kicked your ass out, but I'm gonna still help you see which way you gonna go. But yeah, just pay attention to all this, man. Start saving y'all a couple coins and everything. Start setting up a little Christmas budget on the side now. Start watching your spending now. Heck, even the simple things these days is getting a little bit too expensive because of COVID. So just keep that in mind as these cases go up. And you know what I mean? Wear your mask, get the vaccine or not. Don't wear your mask. I don't care. Wash your hands, wash your ass. But that'll help all of this reduce.
All right. So on what you just said, I have a question.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody was thinking it. So you have the summer, you got right. Your June, July, August, when people really, doing your travel thing. Then the kids are going back to school August, September. And now you're starting to roll into the holidays. So between summer vacation with your family, getting ready for school, and then Christmas coming, when should you really stop and be like, okay, if we ain't go nowhere yet for the summer, it ain't happening. It's time for us to start getting ready for these next seasons coming up. What is a good, comfortable time you feel people should start getting ready for it?
ASAP. I'd say as soon as you send them off to school, because you done already started off everything, right?
So like right in September, late August,
right in September. Once you see the what they'll need, because I don't even have kids, but all my 14 now soon to be 15 nieces and nephews will literally be like, I know they have a list. That first week they get that whole list of this is what they need for school, or they sign up for all these goddamn programs that come out that cost like $15,000 for their kids to go to, which I pray for y'all with kids, man. That's a big expense. But literally, I mean, start off early, even if it's like $25 a paycheck or $50 a paycheck or something. If you married, each of you try to put up $25 or $50 Put it into something safe. Don't listen to your Facebook friends and try to buy Bitcoin and hope that it's going to triple in value. It might, but just start off early, something small, and then gradually, as you get closer to that time, just start increasing it a little bit more. But leave that money alone the best you can. And if anything, look at your expenses that you got right now, like Netflix, Hulu, that little random $5.99 subscription that you pay every month, because all of us have about 4 or 5 of those little random subscriptions that you're paying for and you don't realize that it's still coming out. Cancel those and you could take that bread and put it towards that. So the sooner you can get started saving, that's the best thing to do for real.
All right, cool. Shout out DJ Tim Nice in IG live room. What's up, Tim? So 2 questions for you. The first one is, how often should I raise or adjust my 401k?
Every time you get a raise. Every time. Every time. If they give you 2 or 3%, you bump it up 1% or 0.5% every year. Or always hit the match. If you are not doing the match, you are doing yourself a disservice. Why? A match is free money. So if they're giving you 3% and you're only doing 1%, you leaving 2% of your salary on the table. That's really not smart. And actually, I would want to fight you if you're doing that. I know times is tight, but listen, that's free money that can be put towards your retirement. And I always hear people, oh, I got to take care of my babies. I got to take care of that. I respectfully, in our profession, we get that. But you know, the one thing that they don't have a loan for when you get old? Retirement. They got a loan for school loans. They got a loan for buying a business. They got a loan for buying a house, but they ain't got no loans for you far as when it comes to retirement. And they got this thing called Social Security that most of us depend on, which I don't think most of us, especially all these Casamigos people that are living out here in this world right now, are not going to be able to survive off of no Social Security. So,
yeah. And the last question we have, and would you say, Matt?
I was saying, hell no, they ain't gonna be able to live off the Social Security, boy. So one, they making the age older, and then the money is less.
Yeah, and then Social Security got hit by COVID too. Like, I was just reading an article about it, is that because a lot of people passed away in certain age groups and they were contributing and being a part of Social Security, that actually affects the calculations in their account. That's why a pandemic is more than just oh, it's a disease. Yo, this shit is economic. That's why all these businesses that's like, hey, let's get it going. Them having these fights in school about the mask. Yo, it's so deeper than that, and if it affects so much. And what's funny is we probably won't even see the effects of that, the economic effects of it, for probably like another 5 years. That's the crazy part. So,
and our last question we had was, are you ever too old to start investing?
Never. It's just the age comes into the place. Age isn't as important as time. And what I mean by that is the time that you need to save that money, right? So if you're trying to save for a house and you talk about, oh, I'm gonna start 2 months right now. No, that's not a good idea. But if you're talking about, all right, well, in a couple of years, I'm going to start saving for a house. Yeah, you can do that and everything. But as far as time period, as far as when you start, it don't matter. You can be a kid, you can be 70 years old and start investing and everything. It doesn't matter. I think time doesn't matter. That's just like anything. Time, when people tell you can start a business, have a kid, buy a house or whatever, shit don't matter. When it comes to investing, you can start at any time. It's just a matter of when it comes to retirement, the later you start, it's just basically, I hope that you have a bigger nest egg or you plan on living off of more fixed expenses in retirement. You know what I mean? That's kind of the big thing. But as far as when to start or whatever, it's never wrong. It's just always that thing of you miss that buy low, sell high type of mantra when you start investing. So usually if you, like right now, if you're getting into investment right now, you're buying at a high point. And that's kind of tough. But if you have the money and you want to do it, it's nothing stopping you. But it's always one of them things to think about when things go on sale. It's sort of like when everybody goes shopping and everything. You don't buy something nice or some nice clothes at its highest price point, right? You wait for the next season, let the prices go down, then you go ahead and you buy when it's lower in price or when it's on sale. The same thing works in the stock market. That's why a lot of these people, that's why people talk about rich folks, right? They have this mentality while everybody, it's called a contrarian type of mentality, right? So what happens is while everybody else in society is saying, oh, the market is going down, right? They are sitting there listening and laughing off the fear, and they go in and buy everything that people, when all the value is going low, and buy it all up. And so what happens? It's a business cycle. As soon as it goes back up, what happens? They almost triple and quadruple their investment, which in turns, that's why the rich stay rich, because they do things like that. They don't panic. They just know how money works. So yeah, anytime you do it is good.
Well, that's brother Ike Carter. I'm sorry, what?
I had a question. You had your 2 questions.
Well, those questions came in. I'm sorry, dear. Go ahead, darling.
So you brought up that school started. So I hope I'm not jumping the gun about the 529 plans. So with, parents, I don't know if everybody really knows about it, but I want you to speak to it, especially if you already have a pre-existing like 529 plan. But let's say the child didn't take the route to go to school. What is your recommendation as far as what to do with that money? Is that a direction for me, or is that a direction for somebody else? Is there a direction for you to potentially roll that over into another child's account?
So that's the beauty with 529 plans. They're never dead. So literally you can take that money. Let's say you as a parent or whatever, you decide you want to go to grad school. You can change it to make yourself the beneficiary now, and you can use that money. Now on the flip side of it, let's say, hey, yo, I'm done with school myself. But you say, well, I got my little nephew that I love. I actually like this little dude, not the little bad one, but the other good one. Because that's the reality of always with investing. And really when it comes down to choosing a beneficiary, you might not like the person that you had down on there. That's why, ironically, today I'm dealing with somebody who their beneficiary, they passed away, was their ex-wife. So the new wife is trying to get the money. Legally, she has no chance in hell of getting that money. But she's gonna fight, and I'm gonna send her all she needs, but whatever. But back to the 529. No, you can change it to like an immediate family member. So brother, sister, sister-in-law, uncle, grandmother. As long as it's in your immediate family. Now you can't go giving it to like your third cousin, cousin Ricky down in North Carolina that live in whatever, Chestertown or whatever. You can't give it to them. But if they live around the corner and they your immediate family, you can always change it. However, you can pull the money out. When we talking about the feds, they're gonna hit you with a 20% penalty as far as the ordinary income tax, and they're gonna hit you with a 10% penalty for taking it out for non-qualified educational expenses. So that's why with setting up 529s, I always tell people and I ask clients, and it sounds harsh. How well do you know your baby? And this is real. This is a real conversation I've had. Is your baby a little slow? Right? Real talk. I've had that convo. Hey, is the baby a little slow? Or do you feel as though they will not be able to be focused and they don't want to go to college? Maybe they got an uncle that's a cap, ironically, like my brother, is a captain in the Marines, and they want to follow him. Then that's going to be a decision of, you know what? Maybe I might want to explore UTMA or UGMA or something like that. But then that brings up a whole other issues of, kitty taxes and different things like that you have to deal with. But that's the conversation. You got to be honest with yourself. Like, that's why I know everybody laughs. I'm like, Ike, you raw. I'm not in the business to ask you questions to be a yes man. I'm going to give you the realest answer that you're going to get because I need to know your situation. Because if I make the wrong move, your family, y'all gonna suffer. So that's what you got to do. You got to be honest with yourself, like Linnea say. But overall, use it or give it to someone close to your family. Or worst case scenario, take that hit and pay the tax man and get your money out. And at that point, do whatever you're gonna do with it. But other than that, it's still a great investment, especially if you know that baby or you got people close that are going to use it for school.
Financial Jewels, brother Ike Carter, every other Tuesday on the Cooley and the Gang show, or whenever he feel like it. If he says something on his mind next week, he'll just shoot me a text and he'll come let you know and drop the mic and walk off. So we appreciate you, brother.
Good people.
We're gonna keep it rolling. Ike, you feel free to do whatever you want to do, bro.
No, I'm gonna stick around, man. I need some laughter. today.
Oh, I got one for you then. Kanise. So somebody sent me this video last night. I think it was the professor. You sent me that video with the girl Kanise. So this young lady is a fashion designer in Texas, and she had posted how she's going viral right now. I think it's even on the Shade Room and everything. So she posted a video, and I want you to listen to how her day starts out. Now you got to really listen to her day, and then we'll talk about, you know, everything else from there. Sorry, my mouse froze.
My day off with some Starbucks. I got the strawberry refresher and a bacon, egg, and cheese Gouda. It's my absolute fave. Then I went grocery shopping. I just grabbed a few things to last like 2 days. I'll probably go grocery shopping again tomorrow. When I got home, I grabbed some wine and I headed over to my workspace. I'm working on this project and it's turning out really, really great. So I'm really excited. My friend came over and we actually switched phones and like matched for each other on BLK. So that was really, really fun. I let my cats in. I love them so much. This one right here is my oldest and that one is my youngest. I then prepped dinner. My man said that he wanted pasta tonight, and while he was at work, I went on a date. The restaurant was really, really nice. Great conversation, and the food was delicious. So I really did have a nice time. When I got back home, I finished up that pasta that I was working on earlier. It was really, really good. And I served it to him for dinner. We watched a movie and then we went to sleep.
I know you fucking lying.
Talk about fumble the bag.
Bitch, she said she started her dinner for her man.
Let's do one
went
more.
out on a date with another
My day
nigga.
off with some Starbucks. I got this.
I'm sorry.
While her pasta and chicken was just sitting there for a couple hours while she went out with another dude. Okay, never mind.
All right, I got one more, and then that'll be it. I think it was date night number 1.
Hey guys, come with me for date night. So my man pulled up my car for me so I don't have to walk to the back of my apartment to get it. He gave me a kiss goodbye and then sent me on my way for date night. So I'm going to Fogo de Chao. This is with the guy that I went with in my previous video. This is actually my first time going, so I was really excited because I heard nothing but good things. The wine was absolutely delicious. It's seriously the best Moscato that I've ever had in my life, and the food was great. We were actually the last people here because we were having such a nice time. So afterwards, he came with me to my car, and I'm learning French, and he actually speaks fluent French. So he was helping me go over my flashcards, and I was just showing him some of the French music that I've been listening to. After that, he went to his car, and I drove home. If you'd like to see more of these videos, like and comment down below.
This is bullshit. I think she capping. Like, I don't think that she really got to do he doing. I think it's just for likes and views, follows, and everything. What dude is really going to drop his girl off to have a date with another guy?
She a pimp.
I mean, he's free to date too, from what I understand. So,
okay, so they got one of those. Okay,
I mean, she says this is her quote: "I'm single. My taxes say single. I am single until I'm married."
I get that.
That's her. That's her outlook. And I've emailed her. I want her on the show. I've emailed her, and hopefully, I'll email her twice if I have to. I'll take her to Fogo de Chao. Me and Shannon to split the bill. We take her to Fogo de Chao. Get it popping. Get that Moscato. We want her on the show. We want to talk to her because I want her to be able to express her view in her own words. Like, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. But that was.
I take her. She ain't going home like that though. I done spent money at Fogo de Chao. She ain't going home like that.
Right.
That was a second date. So
how's she going home? How's she going home?
Speaking that French, you can get That's what it's going to be.
Ooh, wee. What the world?
Right.
She look like she open. She doing whatever she doing, but you're living with her. They must have that open relationship. Yeah, open, or he must be cool with it. But wow, that's them. Wow, okay.
You know what? Social media has opened up all kind of situations that we've heard of, but never actually either experienced or seen in real life. But this type of stuff has been going on since the beginning of time, man. People just do all kind of shit. And I mean, if it's really a real situation, because it could be, you know, for likes, could be some bullshit. But
clout.
The reality is, it really is some people out here that live that type of lifestyle. They live with somebody, they love the person to death, but they still date other people. And they might even tell you that I don't sleep with them. I just go out with them just to have fun because my man don't like to go out or my woman don't like to go out. So I go out and hang out with other people. Shit, I met a girl that told me that she asked her husband if she could have sex with somebody else. I said, what was his response? He ain't knock your head off?
I was about to say, he's like, shut up.
She said no. She said, but I told him I didn't like his sex. I said, oh. I said, okay. Well, nothing from nothing. It was nothing, I guess.
Yeah, she bold with that one.
Yeah, that's bold when being married.
All right, hold on. We got some comments in. We got some comments in our new room. IG Live has some comments. So Shannon said, Mayberry, I was about to say she capping too. She was out with her homegirl. I doubt it. Songbird says, I'm sorry, I hit the
Candy girl.
I hit the button where you could comment. Songbird said, I've watched a few of her other videos on YouTube. Her and her man have an agreement. She also said she even explains it in detail in one of her videos. You got to send that to me. If you can copy the link and DM it to me, I would like, because I definitely would like her side to be heard as far as is concerned. So right now we're talking about I live with my man, but I still date. I'm single till I'm married. Mayberry, I don't like your whole disposition as like is it anything wrong?
There's nothing
is
wrong
anything
with
wrong
it.
with it?
I mean,
it's to live with.
Okay, thank you, Ike. That's what I was about to say. It's like that's a different type of situation. It's like, all right, if that's your man, but you got your home, he got his home, and y'all have a mutual understanding type of thing, I guess. But the fact that y'all live together and you just, but I think he dropped her off.
No, he just went and got the car for. He brought the car.
I feel like I think she's full of it. I just don't see. Oh man, whatever.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. And I just had this conversation with a couple fellas of mine about the OG mentality, right? Of how the traditional man is dying, right? The traditional man of dealing with certain shit. And this is like number one. Like, you mean to tell me your girl told you to your face, not a jump off, not somebody you talking to, your girl. Because
that you live with.
If you made that commitment that this is my girl, then you thinking of other shit, next level shit, right? So you mean to tell me she had balls, or not even balls, that it's dudes out here that's literally like, she like, babe, I'm about to go to Fogo with this dude or whatever. Because they had to have that combo, right? That I'm about to go to dinner with this dude to Fogo.
Like, what dude is going to accept that?
Yo, listen, you better do this. That nigga better be the Uber Eats nigga for y'all to be go pick up the food and bring it back or whatever.
Ike, you capping. You're not even gonna want to let your girl go in no damn Uber with it. Like, all right, I'm gonna go and get the ain't no real dude trying to.
You went pulled up the car. You tell me that you pulled up.
You
the
gonna
car?
come out dressed like that with your little kitten heels on? You gonna come out dressed? I wish I would come out with my little kitten heels on and my dude like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna drop it. Oh, go ahead, girl, you could go out. Then that means he going out and he hitting something off too. It just
I know all of us. All of us gonna say the same thing. Where you going?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's our first. Where you going at with that on? Oh,
out with another guy and you got all your teeth. No, man, that's a lie.
And then for one, you cooking me some bullshit at home and you going to eat at Fogo's. You ain't even bring me a plate.
You let my chicken, for one, you let my chicken and shrimp. Chicken. Yes, and then the shrimp dry now because it's been sitting there forever.
This is the thing that gets me about it. So generally when you're moving with somebody, you've taken the next step in a relationship on building towards your future. I don't see how this works in her benefit to build if the time that you're supposed to be spending, or even if he's doing the same thing, or if I'm spending my time outside the relationship, you spending your time outside the relationship, you on a second date with the same person. So now you're building something somewhere else. So how is our relationship even going to go anywhere if we both giving it 60%?
y'all sitting across from each other. What kind of conversation are you having? So there's an emotional connection that's going to start being developed, because I don't care what anybody say. When you start spending consecutive time with somebody, you start to develop a relationship. There's some feeling, there's something that's going to be there because you're spending time together. You're learning about the person, what you like and don't like, stuff that you probably didn't even notice about the person. You're discovering new things. So there's a discovery that's happening too. So you're leaving yourself open and vulnerable to a connection with someone else outside of your relationship. So that's why I'm saying to myself, is this really true?
Well, Shannon says it's a poly relationship. Now, if this is a poly relationship, then
that's
all this is out the window. This is just what it is. Everybody, is going to work. But I'd like to see his videos. Because if he's not doing the same thing and just kind of sitting back, then like the professor said, some dudes just like to see their woman happy and have fun.
He probably asked, "How was the date? Did y'all kiss?"
That's what I was about to ask. So did she call him when she get back so he can go put the car back?
What's up, AB?
In a situation like that, do you get to get details on how shit went down? Like, do you get to ask?
No.
You just don't know what happened. You don't know if he probably banged her out up in the restaurant in the bathroom. You don't even know. Then she coming back to you with her little kitten heels and making you your little raggedy ass pasta.
And see, they already got a connection. She's studying French. He speaks fluent French. So she's going to hook up with him more.
Right. They learning that wee.
That wee.
They're going to say some slick shit in French.
They learning that
homeboy going to be done. That's crazy. But there's probably so many cats with that. With that type of situation, he probably got his valet uniform at the house.
Terrible.
I don't know, man.
There's weak men out here today, though, that would accept that just to have a chick. There's a lot of weak dudes that will be like, if that's what you do, as long as you come home.
No, I figured it out. He moved in with her. He don't pay no rent. Boom. There you go.
But look, she did her first priority was him. She went to the market. She made sure he was good before she went out and did her thing. Came back home, made sure he was good, and they went about their life.
Man, he a scrub.
I don't know. I mean, if it's a poly relationship, that's what I should have had. But I should have.
You should have saved this for return with Rhea.
Yeah, with Rhea. I should have talked to Rhea before I went and jumped off this cliff on my own. I don't know. If it's a poly situation, I wish he would have say that in the video, because when you just put it out there like that, you give the wrong idea to people. If it's a certain lifestyle, then like y'all said, that changes the whole thing.
My question is, because somebody said that they follow her. Does she post the dude, her man, not the other dude?
Have we ever seen
a dude? Because that'll be different. Because
I follow her now.
You gonna post me if you're doing that?
Because she lying. She didn't go poly. She want to be a part of the poly life. People out here attention whores and attention seekers, and they will fall into the LGBT community. They will be a part of this poly. They'll be a part of anything just so they can get likes, views, and followers. I ain't buying it. If I don't see a picture of the dude and all I'm seeing is her fluffy kitten heels, she lying. She pouring wine with her girlfriends.
You are tuned into the Cooley and the Gang Show live every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody take a second, hit that share button, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that heart. Share is free. It don't cost anything, and we appreciate it. Keep the comments flowing. Shout out to IG Live. I'm glad we were able to go live on IG for the very first time in our 5-6 year history at this point. But that's very dope. Shout out to all our regulars in our Facebook room, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. So NJ Rich says, can men require certain things from women?
What do you mean?
I think they want more on that one, NJ Rich. So hit us with more on that one. I thought one of y'all was going to tell me. So Glam Shan says, but wait, Mayberry said earlier, who are we to judge their relationship?
I'm not judging the relationship. It's no relationship to judge. If I don't have no proof of the nigga, then he don't exist.
Don't exist. She didn't even show his shoes.
All I saw was her fluffy ass kitten heels. I ain't see a Nike. I ain't see no Jordans. I ain't even see no slippery Earls. I ain't even see no slides. That nigga don't exist. Period.
So you think this is just to boost up her business?
Hey, whatever. Until I see a shoe, she lying. So somebody send that message to her, tell her that I don't believe it. Let me see a shoe.
All right.
Or a mustache, a beard or something. Give me something. A fingernail.
Well, so I live with my man, but I still date. I'm single till I'm married. Anybody have any final thoughts on this?
She lying.
This shit just this should just make me even sadder about relationships. Like this is some sad shit here. Like the world is just changing altogether. And I know we just talking about one situation, but the people that I've encountered, like in the past 5 years, the stuff that they think is normal behavior, and I'm not saying, you know, teach us on, you do what you want to do. But evidently, guys are accepting certain things and women are accepting certain things too. So that's why they push that shit. That's why they okay with saying it. Like some of the stuff that you hear people say, you in your mind, you like, damn, I can't believe you just said that shit. But in reality, that's what they say all the time. That's what they do all the time. Like that's it's normal. It's normal stuff. You the abnormal one. You think that it's only supposed to be one man, one woman. There's something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with them. That's just how life is now. Shit.
So Songbird says her man does make appearances on YouTube, and she will get us some videos, and we will follow back up on this. Glam Shan says, "Boo, can I go on a date? Bring me back a doggy bag."
What?
Bring me back a doggy bag. All right, let's go on to the next one. So I'll find a one for the night.
So hold up, NJ Rich answered.
Oh yeah, he did. I'm sorry. Dang, I'm glad you brought me back. So he said, can the dude require the woman to be monogamous while he does his own thing? I don't see why not. It's just
that's what happens these days anyway. Oh, yo, I always hear it, and I see it on social media all the time. Oh, I don't want no girl, but I want you to come over here, cook, have dinner, we go on dates, have fun, fuck, but you can't fuck with nobody else. Yeah, that's been happening on social media. That's been happening right now.
The thing is,
because I had a conversation with a dude. I said, hold up. So you saw her down at the new restaurant that's down Fells Point. I ain't giving them no shout out. You gotta fucking pay me first. You saw him down at the new restaurant. You saw her down at the new restaurant and you got mad. Nigga, you just said you ain't want no girl. Deal with it.
Well, there you go.
So can the dude require? You can't ask somebody to do something you ain't willing or capable of doing yourself. That's all. Equal opportunity. If you want something from your significant other, but you're not willing to do it yourself, then I feel like you sit your ass down somewhere. That's just my opinion.
Damn you, NJ Rich. No, she ain't wrong. If you, I think if people dealing with shit and you put up with certain things, then you get what you asked for. You know what I mean? You get what you asked for. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You ask for it, that's what you get.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Like you can't ask somebody to treat you a certain way and you don't treat them a certain way. You can't ask somebody to honor you in one way, but you don't honor them in a certain way. And my problem is when people ask of people what they're not willing or capable of doing themselves. If you don't have the bandwidth and the capacity to be monogamous, then don't require that from somebody else. If you want to stick your wee and whatever moves, then if she want to go ahead and lay it low and spread it wide, then shorty should be able to do that shit too.
Orgies for everybody.
What did you say, Mac?
Oh, you heard him.
I didn't. I swear I didn't hear him.
Orgies for everyone.
What?
There you go.
Why can't I hear what he's saying? And then he does that again. I can't hear him. Shit. What did you say, Mac?
Orgies for everyone.
Oh, not orgies. No.
You done lost your damn mind.
Exactly.
That's the way it's going right now. Everybody just fucking everybody.
Well, then what's the point? Then does this change the perspective of marriage? Does this change the way people look at marriage? And I mean, I know I was saying earlier, I'm not in a position to judge. I'm just creating conversation. Whatever works for anybody's marriage or relationship works for them. But do you feel like it's changed the way that people truly look and value marriage and walking down the aisle and taking those vows and what that really means?
Yeah, I think that changed a while ago.
It's been changed. Everything is about status now. People don't marry for love no more.
And business.
Business and tax brackets. That's what I always tell people. I always tell people when they be like, yo, when they got a whole category called married filing jointly, married filing separately, and widowed, it's all based off of the business of marriage, yo. So don't get it twisted that this shit is all love. It's a big ass business. That's why you get a lot of different tax breaks by being married.
Glam Shan says marriage is what the couple makes it.
Mm-hmm. A business.
Whatever, when you and your significant other huddle up, whatever you all decide in that huddle you are going to do on the next play, that is what your marriage will. Then that's what your marriage is. Whatever the team decide, whatever the game plan is, that's the game plan you're gonna follow, win, lose, or draw. Like as long as you stick with it and ride it out, you cool. Right? Yeah.
But that's the one thing you got to ride it out. You can't be like a year and a half down the line, 2 years down the line, you say, "Oh, I'm tired of this shit now." You got to change.
Right. That's the part. That part, and we've spoken about that. Mayberry. Never mind. I ain't gonna say who sent me this. So there's a game out that keeps going up and down my feed, and it's like a date night game where it's like a bunch of questions and stuff. And I'm really about to invest into it for the show because I think it's got a lot of good questions on it. So our question to end the night is:
oh boy,
a man is dating two women, and some of y'all have probably seen this Instagram ad already, but I wanted to bring it to the table. A man is dating two women. He lies to one about this and is truthful to the other. Which relationship does he value more?
The one he lied to.
The one he lied to.
The one he lied to.
Because he don't want nothing to fuck that up. So he gonna try to make her think everything is
perfect.
Yeah.
Everything is them skipping through the grass, holding balloons and eating gummy bears. Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
All y'all agree, huh? That was easy.
Yeah. The one he lied to is the one he wants. The one he's telling the truth, he don't really care how she feels as long as she's spreading them legs.
But the one he's telling the truth to knows everything. So wouldn't somebody be like, well, maybe they are valued more?
Nah, that's just the mean their levels of not giving a fuck are elevated this high.
Because you're not worried about if you lose this person. There's a risk that if you tell the truth over here, that you might lose this person. When you sitting back and you like, I don't really care enough if I do or don't, but I know if I keep it a buck, I might still be able to get some butt out of the situation. Because some women will be down for the cause. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win. He got one over here that don't know that he gonna keep getting the butt from. One over here he told the truth to that he gonna keep getting the butt from. So it sounds like a win-win to me.
Yeah, but see, usually it's the one that he's telling the truth to. It sounds like he trying to force her out. Like if I'm coming home every night and telling you I was with Tina, I'm not respecting you. I want you to get pissed and say, all right, well, fuck it. Then I don't want to be with you no more. Yeah. Then now I can actually link up with Tina and be with the one I really want.
But if you run into a female that don't care about that,
she ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere. She's like, girl, he tell me the truth. He let me know everything. I know when he with his baby mother. And when he got time, he penciled me in and we be going here and there. And then before you know it, then y'all got a popcorn kid.
Right. It's this dude. He on his third marriage. This dude is on his third marriage. And the chick that he just married was his side chick through the first two marriages. Now he married her and they together. And he just
until he find him another side piece.
And you know what that That's
Then
just
he
a
with that
testament that
side
if you
piece.
just if you stay the course and stay determined, just hold out. You will
No,
get
he
that
can't be
man
with her
or that
now.
woman. You'll get. Just hold on. Don't worry about how many times he get mad. Hold on.
It sounded like he was about to start singing a song.
Hold on.
Just
about to bust out on some In Vogue, dog.
Yeah, just hold on. He was about to give me something. I was waiting for the beat to drop.
So NJ Rich says, I think that people realize that marriage is hard and change what marriage is compared to our parents or grandparents.
I gotta disagree. I agree, but I disagree. Here's why I disagree. Because of fucking social media, right? And the fact of knowing so many different people and seeing how married, like they need another status called married, filing single, right? Because they married, but they move like they single. Like, dog. And people think that it ain't real. Not think that it's real. Yo, that shit is wild. And I say that like how every other day you at certain establishments and you married and your husband cool with that. Okay. All right. And if we all know any promoter culture or party culture, that's a clique within a clique. You know what happens at a party.
Shan said, but our grandparents cheated.
You ain't never lie.
But back then, you used to get. I know there's one grandparent, and this grandmother, like, she shot at his ass so many times. Like, he caught her in the ass. They stayed married, though. He caught a hot one. My grandfather caught a hot one.
But I think back then when it was cheating, it was a little bit more discreet.
Yeah.
Like now you gotta worry about your little side piece trying your wife online, following, DMing, sending screenshots of the shit. Like you can't even like cheat on the low. You know, Instagram and Facebook tell on you too. You like something too much, they telling everybody what you didn't like. So you can't cheat in peace.
I screenshot stuff all day long and send to my homeboys and be like, yo, you was really on this one, wasn't you? Because the first like you see is whoever you know or the person that you mostly send messages to. I'm like, man, yo, you was all up on that one, you know.
Everybody, they be telling on you. So you can't even cheat in peace. You got, everybody telling on everybody. The algorithms is telling on you. You can't even trust the computers. So no.
But people don't care no more. That's what I think.
I think that's
what I see. I think people from what I see and anybody watching who feel a certain type of way, hey, I don't care. You don't care no more. Like they don't give a shit. Like, yo, all right, it's almost like Shorty, but with that higher level. Yo, I'm just doing whatever I want to do. You know what I mean? Or my husband cool with it, or it's an excuse. Oh, my husband or wife don't do such and such at home. So instead of talking about it and fix it, you go out and smoke hookah, drink Casamigos, and then go have crabs with your crew. I keep bringing that up because that's all when I get on social media, that's all I fucking see. I'm like, yo, that and hearing that goddamn WizKid song. But that's neither here nor there.
I can't lie. It's some good vodka, though, because it tastes like egg custard to me. And I like egg custard snowballs. And the very last hint of it gives me a little bit of egg custard for some reason. Shannon said I'm crazy, but it's just it does. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm alcoholic. I'm a Coombs. Maybe. But you know where the boldness comes from? I'm sorry, Mac. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I would say you can keep all that clear shit. I can't do
I know you I can't. I tried to turn him, but he said, no, fuck that. I think the boldness comes from social media. When all day long you scrolling and it looks like there's 1,000,001 women out there that's just willing to love you down and do whatever, like it makes you think, oh damn, well, if I leave from over here or if she leave, and I can just go and double tap or slide in the DM and I don't think it worked like that.
Yeah, and then on the other side is that the image that social media gives. You know what I mean? Like somebody sees, oh, yo is over there doing this. He down in Miami every weekend. My husband ain't took me to goddamn Arundel Mills in 2 years. But yo be going down in Miami every 2 weeks. Or, oh, he in LA all the time and he be in my inbox. And he send that, what's the new shit that flued out? Hey, come to LA with me, right? And she might test, well, let me not be gender specific, but it might be a thing of, hey, shorty, I got an extra ticket. Come on out to LA with me. I'm about to go to the BT Awards. Come on out with me or come out somewhere else. What's she gonna do? Oh, baby, I got a business meet, or he do. I got a business meeting in LA I gotta go to for like a couple days. I can only get one ticket in one hotel room. So I'll be back.
She got a business meeting. Like, you work
But
at
you say
Chipotle.
you respect your
You work at
relationship.
Chipotle. What the
Because, I
fuck
mean,
business you got in LA working at Chipotle?
if you respect your relationship, you're not going to do that.
Right.
But to your point, if you got somebody that's not meeting a certain expectation, and all it takes is for a cat to just throw a little ticket your way, well, you in the wrong situation to begin with. Because a plane ticket ain't gonna have me fucking up my home just to go on a plane ticket to go sit in somebody's face. Like, nah. I'm not doing that. I buy my own damn plane ticket.
Main man, you all right, brother?
Yeah, I told you, man. I'm just listening. I'm just saying to myself, yo, this shit is horrible, yo. The relationship situation is fucking disgusting, yo. And all I see is 10 years to life, yo, because this shit gonna go bad, yo. This shit gonna go real bad for somebody, yo. I ain't with none of that shit. None of that shit at all, yo.
Dog, you wanna know what's so funny to me? I was just telling my brother, I said, yo, shit gonna hit the fan on September the 10th or whatever the date is. And people are like, what you mean? Or September 11th, when the Ravens go to LA, to Las Vegas. Because everybody and their mama gonna be out there.
Not if they ain't vaccinated.
Right. But if it's anything like what I saw in Atlanta when the Ravens went down there, 10 years to life is gonna be some bodies caught out there in fucking Vegas. Dog. I'm telling you, because in Atlanta, I was like, my cousin Davon, y'all know the drummer, sitting there at a bar like, ooh, boy, these motherfuckers. Yeah, I ain't getting married, dog. Fuck that. Woo, boy.
Well, I've had fun tonight. I don't know about y'all. Does anybody have anything else they want to go back or say something about that we touched on tonight?
Nah.
Everybody got it off, huh? Did
Stop
anybody not?
Busta Rhymes. I'm gonna say that. Stop fucking with Busta Rhymes. Leave that man alone.
Let him live.
Yeah.
I tell you what, people know who to and who not to mess with, because just as quick as they were going at Busta, it died down just as quick. Like, it was a couple people like, hey.
They said like that.
But the baby, they stayed on his ass hard. Like,
that boy can't get a job to save his life right now.
Yeah.
Boosie hooked him up. He was at that Boosie bash doing his thing.
Oh yeah,
that looked like fun.
That Boosie though. Don't nobody fuck with Boosie. Boosie say whatever the fuck he want to, and they don't cancel shit about him.
And you know what? He was on the Breakfast Club too. I don't know if y'all got to see his interview on the Breakfast Club. Of course, they put his feet to the fire about everything that he said about LGBTQ community. Well, basically Lil Nas X. That's all they kept bringing up, because the only thing he said was something about Lil Nas X and his disapproving of his activities during BET Awards and talking about coming on another show butt naked or something like that. So,
and that's okay. It's okay for Lil Nas X to do that shit. But if Busta Rhymes say take the fucking dumbass mask off, it's an issue. But Lil Nas X can get on TV and suck a man off.
Let his wee wee hang out.
And all that shit is good.
Let that wee wee hang.
That is America. That is
the new America.
Yeah, that's this new
America. Can't say nothing without getting chastised.
Yeah. Yeah, we've moved already. We've already moved into an age of censorship. Like they've been censoring things for a while now. And I know that a lot of people thought it was funny and thought it was a good idea when they took. Well, I'll start with somebody that's more respectable to the masses. When they took Farrakhan off of social media, then they took the dude Alex Jones off of social media, and then somebody that a lot of people, some people don't really respect his opinion. But they also took Donald Trump off of social media, and he was the goddamn president. That just goes to show you that there is a major censorship that's going on in the world today. So who are you? They did that to those people. Well, who are you? You have nothing that you can say that's going to prevent them from telling you what you can and you cannot do. They've already shown you. They've made examples already.
Mm-hmm. Next
We
thing you
only
know,
got
we're gonna
two,
be
we
like
only
them
got
dudes.
2 people to watch this show, my mom and my aunt, and they took us off YouTube. I'm like, God damn.
Funny thing is, I was about to say we got put on YouTube, but you ain't had to say we only got 2 views. Damn. We have to hit it with that.
What would you gonna say, Ike? I'm sorry.
Nah, I was just saying. The point we going, we might as well be under the government of them boys that just took over Afghanistan. The way they carrying it, for real. Like
That's
you
what they're
can't do
trying
nothing.
to do.
Yeah, you can't do nothing, can't say nothing, whatever. You can't look a certain type way. Like what? All right.
New world order on the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is the Cool in the Gang show. Anybody want to just jump out there with their final thought? Before I pick
this.
Thank you, Mac. I appreciate you, brother.
Don't fuck up your tomorrow for a little fun today.
That part.
Be smart about your choices. Because you can do some shit today and have fun, but tomorrow that shit'll bite you in the ass, fuck the rest of your life up. So make smart choices.
Right. Final thought. Have a good evening. God bless the night.
Brother Carter.
Nah, let the lady go first. Mayberry, come on.
Thank
See, she always freezing and shit.
Ma'am.
Well, what happened?
We'll wait.
What happened?
Shit, I done threw
When
my.
they say I'll hold.
Not I'll hold. Why y'all look? I was fine with just going last. Dang, Carter.
Ladies first. Come on.
You know, I'm petty like that too. You know, when you call places now and they be like, do you want to call back or do you want to hold? I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. I'm good.
Let's see what I got for today. I don't know. I hate when y'all do that to me. All right, know who you are. Don't allow somebody to pull your picture out and write on a picture of what they want you to be or what they think you are. You define who you are. So don't allow anybody to dictate who you are. You control the pen. You control your life. You control your destiny. So stop living in other people's eyes and living your own. There you go.
That part.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, since you put me on spot, yo.
Did you just call me yo?
Yeah, I did.
All right, Lord Sephora. Chill out.
It never ends. It never ends.
Yep. Nah, it's a mantra that I've been going on lately, and a lot of people been inboxing me like, "What the hell are you talking about? 1%?" And I stole it from one of the coaches of the best sports team in America, the Ravens. Anybody that's not a Raven fan,
kick rocks.
Yeah, kick rock to jump off a cliff. Love you to
Barefoot.
Right.
Yeah. But he said, get better 1%. And I took that to heart because, I have, like how y'all know, studying for this exam, I had my days where I want to throw my fucking book and hit the mayor, Brandon. Yep. And let it just fly. Or just, I'm not getting the concept. But it's something he said about getting 1% better, meaning that you ain't got to master something all in one day. If you get better 1% at anything, as far as being, learning a new concept, being a better parent, being a better friend, being a better husband or something, as long as you get better every day, 1% better, then you made an improvement in your life. Because you might say and look at it and say, oh, well, 1% ain't shit, but 1% over 10 days is 10%. You 10% better, 100%, 100 days, And I kind of been taking it and living off of that, just trying to get better physically, mentally, and spiritually and everything. And I think that's one of the things that everybody can possibly use in whatever avenue of your life, especially when you think, hey, I might not be the best person right now. I might not be the best parent. I might not even be the best, human being I can be. But if you can do 1%, 1% better, that's going to help overall improve your life. So Just do that. Get 1% better every day.
Go ahead, Mr. Carter.
Yeah, that's real.
Go ahead.
I gotta stop going last.
Don't say with the 1%. I gotta put that up in my room. Just have a 1 with the percent on it.
Well, I mean, we appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. NJ Rich, you think I don't know what you be doing, but I get it. I think subliminally you're trying to tell me to come up with some new shit. That's cool.
Or real talk. Or he coming for your spot.
Something's going on, but he think I see.
Because he say it before you every week he say it before.
I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, so y'all be safe. We be back next Tuesday. Maybe we'll have a guest, maybe we won't. But we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna go out again the same way we started with some AB Lexington. AB came in the room tonight, and so did Jiggy. Shout out Jiggy. We're gonna play. I really like this track from off of AB's new album. I really like this Undercover track. So we're gonna play that, and we'll see y'all next week, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. IG, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere. Holla at us.
You are tuned in to the Cooley and the Gang Show on Blockworks Radio.
Boy, why you so undercover?